Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Most Epic Adventures. I'm your host, Rob Zip, and tonight's most epic interview is with Les from Slamdakota Death Fest in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Les, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me tonight.
Oh, the sun is like right behind your head.
I believe that. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, I was just like getting all sun and no less.
Well, I'm kind of camera shy, so
That's okay. That's okay. No problem. No problem. We put a little ticker in. We already got a comment. We got cattle decap says metal. I don't think that's the cattle decap. That would be cool as shit.
Cool if it was.
That'd be pretty cool if it was. I love Death Atlas. That is an amazing album.
I don't think it left my CD player for at least 2 months.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Ridiculous.
It's like they predicted the plague, right?
Yeah, I got one of those shirts for one of my friends for his birthday, and then I was like, I don't think this is a plague we wanted because it's kind of a nightmare to deal with. But here we are.
Says it is. It's Maddie.
Damn, hi.
Nice. Well,
that's awesome.
We love your work, dude.
Yeah.
So Slamdakota Death Fest III, or how 3 in Germany. This is the third year you're doing it. There is a pandemic going around the world, especially in the United States. But you're like, fuck it, we're doing this. You know, what's a death metal festival without actual death? Right?
I mean, there is that, but I've got a lot of questions about like how I'm going to keep people safe. And with the venue we can fit about 850 people in there before it's absolutely insane. And I don't foresee 850 people coming to South Dakota. Plus, I have indoor and outdoor stages. We can limit the number of people if we need to, but again, I'm in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota.
Yeah, so Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That's not something I ever had on my radar before for my heavy metal travel show. But there is a 90% chance I'm gonna make it.
Dude, that'd be awesome. It looks like it's gonna be one of the only fests this year. It maybe some of that is because I don't have the overseas bands. I don't have some of that stuff, but we also need to keep in mind that a lot of the musical and our artistic people are dying without this release. Like, we aren't having shows, we aren't getting to see each other, and this is killing us as much as the pandemic is. Yeah.
So you work at this bar. I'm sure. Like, how are venues in your area dealing with what's been going on?
South Dakota never really closed. Our governor never actually stepped in and made us close all the way. So we've been open the whole time. We did have to follow the guidelines where it was only 10 people for a while. And now we're completely open. Our numbers have been down for the 7th week in a row, actually. Okay. And I don't know if it's that everybody just got sick right away and now we're over it, or if it's because there's nobody that lives in South Dakota.
It has a lot to do with it because like the numbers are climbing here in Texas, and our governor is just like, yeah, let's open everything up, and then like all of a sudden the numbers are just spiking, and everywhere you go, everyone like, oh, it's just a hoax. You people get over yourselves and your stupid masks. And I'm like, I don't know.
See, I actually work in healthcare full time as well, so it is not a hoax, and people do need to be safe. But at the same time, like, we have deadly stuff that comes around all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this is more, it depends.
Right.
But I shouldn't have to tell you guys to wash your damn hands.
Right. And a lot of the stuff that's common sense before this, like you said, yeah, you go to the bathroom, wash your hands, Yeah. You're shaking a bunch of sweaty people's hands, use some hand sanitizer.
I've threatened to like hose off bands before they've showed up before. I mean, if I need to, that's fine. So you guys should be showering and cleaning and take care of yourselves.
Does the venue have showers?
No, but I have a mop sink that I'm not afraid to throw somebody in,
Right on. So when you've had this plan for a while, we've been Facebook friends. I think I added a bunch of people after FTA last year because that was so much fun. Were you there?
I was in it last year. So I was the year before.
Okay. All right, cool. And I know Abolishment of Flesh was at it in 2018. I'm actually going to interview them tomorrow. They're a Texas band playing
I'm so excited to have them again. They're so nice too.
Cool. Yeah, they've been super cool so far. Talking to them, but they're a lot of band. They're probably the band coming from the furthest away. I also know the guys in Toxic Ruin. I got to meet them last year covering the Vakken battle. then I got to see them. They told me about Full Terror Assault. So
nice.
You got to hang out with them last year at Full Terror Assault, and it's been, it's just a community, like a metal community. So I want to do what I can to help support your festival.
Well, thank you.
But so I knew about the festival, I guess, from connecting with you after FTA last year, and I know you've been promoting. This is your third year doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been working on the list of bands for a long time. You just announced it the other day, and so you've been working on this for a long time. And at what point was there ever a point where you're like, this is not going to happen?
Oh, at least 20 times, and probably at least 3 times during the festival. I'm going to threaten to take up knitting and find a less stressful hobby. I love it. I'm not a musician, but I feel like our extreme music scene needs people that are same as you. Like, we've got to be willing to help where we can. And if, me having a bar that's open, I'm willing to put in the work, gives everybody else a platform to get this one experience this year. And that's what keeps us all going throughout till the next year, that I'm willing to do it.
Yeah. So can we talk about the bands a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw people were like complaining to you, like, we can't read the band names. Well, it's a fucking death metal festival.
I know. That is my number. I hate when I post it. I'll post it like all over, every Rants and Raves page I can find, any random place. And people just piss me off at the end of the day so much with that. I'm like, if you can't read the logo, you're probably not going to like the music anyway. So why are we wasting our time here?
On the event page, you have each band listed out with their actual names typed out and where they're from.
I do need add Gorgatron on there yet. I have not updated them, but yes.
Okay. So let's talk about them first, since they're not on here.
They are amazing. If you listen to their music, they're one of our up-and-coming bands from North Dakota. They've been together about 10 years. So they're fun, thrashy, wild death metal.
Okay. All right.
They have a new album coming out, I believe, in August, and they have a single dropping in a week and a half, I believe.
Okay. A lot of the bands, like about half of them, I tried to make a playlist on Spotify with like one song from each band, and about half of them I couldn't find anything for.
I've got some really new bands coming on there too, actually, this year. Okay. 2 of the bands, it'll be actually their first show playing ever, because they've been, sitting around. Yeah, I know, and I really lucked out with Annihilation Process. That's actually Mike Dreyer from Condition Critical and Lynch King. It's his new thrash band from Minneapolis.
Okay.
So some of this is just me knowing who's around and ready to play kind of thing, and giving them a first show. Minneapolis still isn't hardly having shows. I think they can have 40 people at one of their venues is all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Like, every place has like their own different limits,
Mm-hmm.
Like there were bars in Houston that have been shut down because they weren't following the rules, So.
And that, that's going to happen, and that doesn't do your scene any good either. We're losing venues, we're losing places to have shows throughout the pandemic, and throughout, we lost the Hexagon in Minneapolis, and a lot of local bands started out there, but that got burned down during the rioting after sitting empty for months. And nobody makes money in live music if we don't take care of the venues. I don't think we're going to have a lot of them in the next couple of years,
Yeah, and definitely venues and bars have been closing down. Restaurants, they just haven't been able to. They haven't been able to survive being closed for 2 or 3 months.
I mean, who can? I mean, you look at what you make. It is a server. I think the minimum wage, and I know in South Dakota it's like $2.13 or something still.
For servers,
Yeah, and bartenders. So, I mean, if you don't have people coming in, or you only got 10 people, you're going to lose all your staff. And then how are you paying your electric and light bill?
Yeah. It sucks, man. It sucks for everybody. It's a horrible time. So you're trying to do something. Hopefully people come out and make it safe. People that are not sick,
right,
can come out and just have a good time. What are the rules on like dancing and moshing and whatnot?
We recommend parties of less than 10, but at the same time, if you're gonna get in the pit and you're gonna get hit, I'm not gonna get in the middle and stop you. My security probably isn't either.
Right.
I would prefer you not, but you know, it's also at your own risk thing, the same as the pit's always been.
Right. Yeah, just don't be dumb. Don't no karate in the pit.
Oh, you saw that one too?
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it all over. White
The
dudes
stage
doing
killing
karate.
stuff.
The crowd killers, man.
I feel like that happens more with like the metalcore shows, especially in my area. I don't really have a lot of that, and you probably get somebody will probably deal with you if you try
that. Yeah, metalcore and hardcore kids, they love that shit for sure. But it'll just be some old school slam dancing going on.
A lot of people just standing around drinking and happy to be out of the house. And
that's true.
Music, you know, where there's plenty of room to not be in the middle of any of it.
Right, absolutely. If I come, I'll probably be one of those people standing in the back. Maybe have my camera with me.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever people are comfortable with. I'm not gonna police people, and there's gonna be a lot of bands that are, you know, changed some of their merch stuff. They're gonna have masks available if anybody wants them. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. This year I am enforcing the whole bring your own mic thing, which other years I've been a little bit more lenient on, but it's like, honestly, you guys should be anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was actually talking to a buddy of mine about that. Yeah, venue mics can be gross.
Dude, they're disgusting. Absolutely. I'm like, I don't even want to touch that.
Yeah. oh gosh. And then like you can put those little windscreens over them. You know, it's like maybe put the windscreen on and like every time somebody uses it, just throw it away because they're so cheap. They're so cheap.
The cleaning that's recommended actually for live music venues is $50 for like one of those itty bitty like bottles that big, probably $50.
No, that's stupid.
Yes. Well, I mean, everybody's just trying to be safe and keep each other safe, but
yeah,
easy way is just not deal with it.
Right, exactly. Well, let's talk more about some of these bands. We talked about. I mentioned tomorrow I'm going to have Abolishment of Flesh. They're coming up from Texas. We talked about Gorgatron. You said they're a Minneapolis band.
North Dakota.
They're North Dakota.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I got North Dakota, a couple from Minneapolis, Toxic Ruin from Wisconsin.
Yeah, Toxic Ruin from Sheboygan. Got Mutilated by Zombies from Dubuque, Iowa.
Yeah, I haven't ever been over to Dubuque, but it's quite a drive for them too. I think it's about 9 hours.
Wow. Okay.
And they're absolutely phenomenal too. I'm really impressed with the lineup. You know, I had to do a lot of changes. It was a lot of last minute. Who still even wants to get? Who's been practicing? Who can play?
Right. We got Damned by the Pope from Kansas City.
Yep. So to have them. I haven't seen them in quite a few years. They have a new vocalist since I saw them last.
All right. Virulent Excision. I don't think I said that.
Virulent Excision. That's Miguel, who runs CDF. That's his new band.
Okay, nice.
So he's actually been there, and he's been a huge help in all of this. Wonderful guy. I wish we were still having Chicago Domination Fest this year, but
yeah. There's a lot of stuff. FTA is on the brink right now. I'm not sure if you saw that press release.
Yeah. What day do you have the interview with Joey?
On Thursday, so day after tomorrow.
Busy week.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, busy. I'm keeping busy. I'm dropping out of college to do this.
I would not recommend that. You're probably not paying any bills with death metal.
Yeah, well, that's okay. It's done.
Well, do what you gotta do. Life's too short.
Exactly. And I can't. Invidiosis?
Yep, Invidiosis. They're grindcore from Minneapolis. They've actually been on a couple European tours.
Okay.
Like a death grind. They're really good.
So like I'm like, oh, you can't read the death metal logo. Let me just read them in normal, and I still can't.
Yeah, there's still a little yeah.
Okay, we've got Traversion.
Traversion. That's a Medallic Galactic metal death metal from Sioux Falls. They were supposed to have their CD release show for this, and we had a studio closed down, so that won't be happening. But
their studio just shut down for good.
Yep.
Oh shit. So what are they gonna do with their recordings? Are they gonna try to finish it somewhere else, or?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride for everybody, I think.
Oh, man, okay. Carnographer.
Yep, chronographer. They're from Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, slam and brutal death metal.
Oh yeah,
And
beautiful.
I've got some buddies in Central Texas called Scrap Pile. They're a slam death metal band. They're young, and they've got like it's like black metal equipment because they just don't have the best equipment yet. But
Probably is really fun though.
yeah, they're awesome. They're a lot of fun. They're really good. So maybe Slam. They actually, I was talking to the singer, and he was looking at the list, and he's like, "Dude, I really wish I could go to that, but he can't." So maybe Slamdakota 4, you can have those guys come up.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they've got some videos on YouTube and stuff. Actually, I recorded. They were part of the Vakken Metal Battle. So,
okay.
So they were at the Texas Final. I recorded their set at the Texas Final.
You guys got some good death metal down in Texas.
Yeah, we do. We have a good scene, but it's still small, you know?
It's small everywhere though. I mean, not everybody's into extreme music.
Right. That's true. It's extreme for a reason. I guess if it wasn't extreme, it wouldn't be as niche. But I love it. We got Oppress the Tyrant, another slam and brutal death metal from Sioux Falls.
Yep, they've been one of our locals for quite a while. I'm really excited to have them again. This will be their 3rd year playing because I have so many local bands here. But they have a brand new set. They're in the studio right now, actually.
Okay, cool. I've got Simtex.
Yep, Simtex. It'll be my first time actually having them in Sioux Falls, and some of their first time coming over. They're crazy. You just got to check them out.
So I think that was a band. I'm not sure if it was even the right band on Spotify. Like, it was hard to tell. Like, it started out.
There was a couple.
Okay, it started out with like some female vocals.
No.
But then there was a guy afterwards. Yeah, maybe it's not the same band.
Maybe not. Damien does much with them, but I haven't seen that video. Maybe that's stuff before I was aware of them.
This is something on Spotify. This is something I found on Spotify. All right, we've got Nailed Shut from Minneapolis.
Yep, they've been around forever too. I'm really excited to have them again. I had them the first year. Pretty brutal, crazy stuff.
We've got more Therion from Sioux City.
Yep, they're one of our smaller. They're getting heavier as they go. They started out like on the edge of death metal, but they've really progressed further into it. I'm really excited to see some of their new stuff. I haven't seen them in a couple years.
So Sioux City and Sioux Falls are obviously not the same town. How far away are they from each other?
That one's about an hour. That's Sioux City, Iowa.
Oh, Sioux City, Iowa. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, completely different state. Gotcha. You've got Cheap Porno Flick from Nebraska.
Yep, this will be their first show too, actually.
Their first show. They had like a crazy font. I don't know if did you have Party Cannon before?
You tried to have
them. Okay. I know those guys are from Scotland.
Yeah, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon, I don't think.
No. I actually watched some of their videos, and their shit was so good. Like,
dude, they're awesome.
Just one of those things. Like, I actually saw something about like Europe might even put a ban on American visitors.
Really?
Yeah, because we're not controlling the virus well enough here.
Yeah, that's crazy. I hope that doesn't happen. But
and also like Sweden. Sweden's not doing much to control it either, so they might put a ban on Swedish people. So maybe we can get those Swedish bands over here, since. I
mean, I like some good old school Swedish death metal.
fuck yeah, man! Some of my favorite bands are from Sweden.
But part of the problem with like the overseas bands, if we don't have more stuff open, and they're not gonna fly over to come play South Dakota.
No. Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, Grave played FTA last year. They flew in and then flew right back out. That was insane.
Yeah, that was insane. Dude. I mean, if somebody wants to, I'll happily accept it. But I definitely don't have anything like that in my budget.
Right. And Ground Surgery was supposed to play this year, and they're not going to play. So.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one yet. That's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, Joey mentioned it last time that they probably weren't going to make it. It was probably going to be an all USA festival, but yeah, now it's official. He mentioned that in the press release. He mentioned in the press release, but they didn't have a press release like Exodus and Gore did about them canceling. They're not going to make it because there's not going to be any international bands this year.
But in some ways, I hope that that's better for our extreme music scene, is that we start paying attention to what is in our backyard and start supporting who we can. I mean, yes, it sucks, and we all want to see these bands, we want to have these, but there's a lot of good stuff that we don't pay attention and support as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what else do we have here? We mentioned Cheap Porno Flick. We got Annihilation Process.
Yeah, that's the one that Mike from Condition Critical, that's his new thrash one from Minneapolis.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
We've got Uncommon Knowledge.
Yep, that's some thrash from Rapid City, South Dakota. That's where good old Mount Rushmore's at.
How far is that?
About 6 hours.
Oh, fuck. Because I was thinking, if I'm going up there, maybe I could go and I have some weird feelings about Mount Rushmore.
I think we all do, and it's going to be really interesting after Trump goes there this year, too, if that does end up happening.
Wait, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, they're talking about him coming and visiting, which, regardless of political feelings, the state that he comes and visits, the state actually has to pay for, like all the extra security and everything else. And
yeah,
I really feel like we have roads that could be fixed or
right.
Other uses for finances like that for our state funding.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, like how much did cool. We do have some comments. Okay. So let's abolishment of flesh is like I can't read my logo.
Actually, is that Raymond?
Actually, their logo is their logo is very legible.
Yeah, they're fine. I'm not sure.
So I'm looking forward to having them tomorrow. They're pretty cool.
They're great. I had them in Sioux Falls about 2 years ago when they were on tour, and that's when I got to meet them all, and they're absolutely wonderful.
And we got my buddy Chris says, I'd like to see all the bands you're talking about. For me, FTA is my local, so I hope some more of those northern bands make it down.
We would love to. I will haul up to U-Haul, and I will bring them all with me.
I know. So we were talking about FTA a little bit. I don't want to talk too much about FTA because I'm talking to you about Slamdakota, but I know I don't know if Shane is looking for bands or if he has idea of other bands he's going to bring. We'll find out Thursday, but I know you probably know him as well. So if he needs help and wants to book any of those bands, I'm sure you can help him with that.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is all about. If he came to me and said, "Hey, Rob, I want you to bring some Texas bands up," I'd have 10 bands for him.
Right.
So it's just a matter of what he wants and what people. And same with you. You curated this. These are bands that you wanted to have here.
Absolutely.
Right? So
I mean, why would they be on there if I didn't want to?
Right. Yeah. I mean, as the booker, the promoter, the organizer, this is your baby. That's why I wanted to have you on to talk about this.
Thanks.
No problem. Let's see. Who else do we have? Rising Plague from Iowa.
Yeah, they are. Is it Algonquin? Don't quote me on that. They're in the middle of nowhere in Iowa too, which is most of Iowa actually.
Yeah. Then Malignant is from Iowa.
Yep, it's going to be their first show as well, actually.
Okay.
What's that?
There's a badass band from Houston called Malignant Altar with Bo and Dauber from Insect Warfare. I'm not sure if you were familiar with them. They were like grindcore kings, but Malignant Altar are fucking amazing. But yeah, so Malignant without the altar, I'm sure, are just as amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them.
And Goremonger, you don't have anything next to Goremonger.
I don't. My phone froze while I was updating that one. He's actually from Illinois. It's like this crazy cyber grindcore amazingness. He's played a couple of the other big fests around. I can't believe he said yes, actually.
Okay, so it's a one person thing. All right, and then the last thing you have listed on here is Sins of Anubis.
Yep, that is one of our local, closer to like a metalcore band.
Mm-hmm.
They're the kids in the scene, so I'm gonna try to break them in right and teach them some things. It'll be their first big anything,
And
So
so
do you
you,
think that, huh?
oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's important to start working with some of our younger generation, just because none of us are getting any younger. And some of these kids didn't grow
Right.
up with shows the way we did. They don't know a lot of the stuff that we do, and they need to be shown things.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is good experiences for them to get on to a festival. Not a huge festival like Vakken right away, but like a smaller festival it's still awesome. They
Yeah.
get to see just to be there. You get to see all these great bands that you're bringing in. Most of them from the area, but like I said, Abolishment of Flesh is coming up probably the furthest away. It's going to be a cool time, and like for me, there's no way I could see all of these bands unless I came to something like that.
Right.
Because like a band from a small town in Iowa, I'm not going to like bounce
Drive
around to
out
these.
there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm 90% sure I'm going to come up there, and I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive up there because I'm going to see some friends in Oklahoma and Kansas on the way there and back. So I'm making it a full road trip.
Awesome.
And like I drive a Honda Civic, and so I calculated how much gas it would cost for me to get there and back, and it's like it makes a lot more sense for me just to drive.
Well, and then you have your own vehicle and you can do what you want to. When you go through Kansas City, though, you need to stop at the Riot Room.
I'm actually not going to go through Kansas City. I'm going to be a little bit west of Kansas City.
Lame.
I've been to Kansas. I've been to Kansas City before. What's going on at the Riot Room? I don't think I went there.
That's one of the main venues, actually, like in the upper Midwest. We get like all the huge tours that are going through the whole country. They always play there, and
Okay.
the owners are awesome. They had just metal music playing last night for their first like Metal Monday Open because they don't have bands again yet, but
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal venue. I miss the sticky floors, one of those places.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just don't lick your shoes afterwards.
No, I should have to tell people not to do that either, though.
Right, exactly. Oh man. Yeah. I don't think there are many shows going on. Most tours and concerts and stuff have been canceled. But if I come, it'll just be to see some friends on the way. Nothing involving heavy metal really.
That's okay too, and sometimes it's nice to have those trips because I think when we get shows again, I think we're all going to be so ready for them. We're going to go to every single one.
Yeah, for sure. They're already starting to do some local shows here in Houston. Some of the venues, I mean, they're just trying to make their money. People are trying to pay their bills and stuff. So
yeah, we got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have people that are going to be weird about going out 2 years from now.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's just our new way of life. We're going to have to be careful and try to, like, I went to the zoo yesterday. I don't know if you saw that.
No, how was that for you?
It was okay. It was raining in Houston. Bad. There was like thunderstorms and stuff. And they had like a closed off path. Like we could only see some of the animals, and some of them were like put away because there is transference between humans and like primates and tigers and stuff that can get coronavirus from people. So it was still odd. We had to wear a mask at all times, and I don't know. It just, the zoo needs people to come, to help take care of the animals and pay for the the food and everything. But at the same time, it's like, it's still not totally safe to go.
But is there ever going to be a totally safe? Like I work in long-term care, and that's one of the things, like these families, they can't see any of their family members. These residents are trapped in these nursing homes.
Right.
We don't have a cure. There's no vaccine. There's no anything. So we just got to let these people sit and literally sit around and wait to die and not see anybody or do anything.
Yeah. That's you have to balance that. You have to decide, what makes more sense. It's a bummer. It's a bummer for sure.
It's horrible working in it right now, honestly. And maybe that's part of why I decided to do the fest is like I need it as much as everybody else. Like,
so okay, Les. So let's say, I do make it up there. I check into the Ramada. I saw they have good rates right now, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
Yeah, so I check into the Ramada on Friday. You have it listed at 7:00 on Friday.
Yep.
The first band. What time does the first band go on?
7:30. I haven't posted the side times. I've got one band actually we didn't talk about coming up from Chicago that we're still trying to figure out what day and if it was going to work for sure. But that was Vile Secretion. It was probably one of the logos nobody could read,
Yeah.
But that's the plan so far. I'll have that posted more as it goes. And the Ramada is stumbling distance from Biggs.
Nice.
Which is pretty good because some of our drinks get a little rowdy and we'll be running some drink specials. And
yeah. Well, I don't drink
whiskey.
I don't drink, but I still like to be close.
Well, it's better safe than sorry, especially when you're in a town you don't know. I mean, Sioux Falls is not anything compared to what anybody else is used to, but we are civilized enough. We do have Lyft and Uber. We're finally moved up on that part of the world.
So let's say I get to Sioux Falls on Friday morning. What should I do before the festival starts?
We have Falls Park. We actually have waterfalls in Sioux Falls that are absolutely gorgeous.
All right, that's cool.
Check that out. We've got museums. We've got Total Drag downtown, which is one of our record stores. It's phenomenal. Can't go wrong there. Our downtown area is actually pretty cool. We have a sculpture. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I know you're going to be super busy with the festival, but one thing I like to do is I was going to do this with a friend in San Antonio, but I had to cancel that. But I'd like to go to record stores, a local record shop with someone in that town, and buy some local records. Do you or someone would they be willing to do that? I know you could probably be busy. You'd probably be busy that day.
Probably it depends on how much setup I get done on Thursday night and when my sound guy comes in. Because I'm actually bringing in my sound guy from Kansas City as well.
Okay. I think that would be super cool to do that and pick up a record or something from a band that maybe isn't playing. That's like a classic Midwest band that they might have at their record store. That'd be super cool.
That's a really cool idea too. Check out what we got going on. If I can't, Dan actually owns it, and we used to have shows actually at a record shop downtown.
Okay.
Really small, but like they're very involved in the music scene, and we're very lucky to have them.
Right on. Cool. Well, maybe I'll talk to him and bring some of my Texas stuff up there. Do a little bit of distribution thing.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. So my Texas buddies, if you got some merch you want me to try to take to South Dakota, I'll see what I can do.
That would be awesome. Anything to make the Midwest metal scene grow,
Yeah.
Or United States at this point, like we all got to work together.
Right. Exactly. It's really cool. So go to go check out the falls. Go to the record store. What is there like a regional food specialty?
Chislic. If you haven't had Chislic.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
Oh, it's usually lamb actually, and they take little cubes of it and flash fry it.
Okay. What do they put it? What do they put it like in like a pita or something or?
No, you usually eat it with a toothpick with some ranch or barbecue.
With some ranch?
Yeah, we're South Dakota. There's ranch on everything.
The Midwest, they put ranch on everything, huh? Well, that's just America. Ranch, the Southeast. The Midwest, the Southeast. Fucking love a ranch dressing.
Me too.
I'm a blue cheese fan myself.
There's some good blue cheese out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So did anybody dip that in blue cheese, or is that strictly a ranch or barbecue thing?
Oh, I'm sure people do. People do everything with food.
Okay. Yeah, so I gotta have somebody go with me to check that shit out too. Again, like I said, I know you're going to be busy, so you might have to send somebody out to be my what's it called?
Well, I don't want to use the word escort because that gets a little
No,
awkward.
no, not escort. No, the food. The food. The escort. I'm not propositioning you here, Les. Come on.
No, I know that, but we'll get you a tour guide. We'll find somebody.
All right. Okay. Cool. Sorry for the viewers. I should do this probably off the interview. trying to work it all out, but like I said, there's a 90% chance I'll make it up there. So,
that'd be awesome.
And if I go up there, I want to show everybody how great Sioux Falls is, and show them why they should go up there for if they're not coming up to Slamdakota this year, why they should come up next year.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I know for a fact that people that watched my videos from other festivals last year liked them enough to where they wanted to go this year. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get people to come to your events.
That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, we need people to make it work. It's not just bands and not just promoters and venues. It's everybody.
Right. It's everybody. Word of mouth and all that cool stuff. So what do you, other than like coming on here and posting on Facebook groups and stuff, what are you doing to promote it?
Normally I'm out handing out flyers and sending flyers and everything else to bands and have them hang them up in their hometowns to try to get, more of that. But everybody's so weird. I haven't even printed off posters this year.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to touch your money, let alone a poster that's been sitting in your car for 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of places are doing like credit card only transactions and stuff. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. All right, so I want to talk about on the tickets. You've got a Friday general is $10. I guess it's for over 21, right?
16 plus for the event.
16 plus. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then Saturday is 20, but for both days it's 30. Or a
pre-sale.
This is all pre-sale. Okay.
Yep.
At the door, is it like $5 more or something? Okay. And then you have a limited VIP ticket for $50. What I think some people were asking, what comes with the VIP?
So far it'll come with a t-shirt, both days admissions, some stickers, and then actually my merch guys are gonna be making some really cool coasters as well.
Okay.
And posters. Yep.
Cool. And what's on the t-shirt? Do you have the bands on the t-shirt?
I don't have the bands, but I have the original artwork that I got done. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but I can send you a file of it. It's going to be pretty sick when it's done.
That's cool. Are you going to make any shirts with the bands on them, or are you just going to let the bands sell their own? I'm
going to let the bands sell their own this year, I think. It's been kind of just so much to cover in such short time with not knowing if we were going to do it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what, 2.5 weeks away? 3 weeks away?
3 weeks away, yep.
Yeah. So I
didn't honestly know I was going to pull it off until about 2 weeks ago.
But you're going for it. It's going to happen.
Yep.
It's exciting. I really hope I can make. I plan on it. I really do plan on it. It's going to be. There's very few reasons why I wouldn't be able to make it. So.
That's awesome.
So I'll talk to you a little bit more about that off of here. But. Well, shit, Les, what else do you want people to know? Like, where can they go and find out? There's a Facebook page. I'll show it. I'll show it here. Chrome tab. Slamdakota. There we go. This is the event. This is the event page here.
Yep, and then we have a regular Facebook page as well, which I wasn't even planning on doing, but Al from Undead Scene was huge in getting me involved in getting that going.
You got this cool video. I need to put a video on here. I should put that video that I did to start this with that my buddy Rob made. But it's pretty sweet. We got the lightning and the blood.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Al's a god. He's absolutely wonderful.
Oh, and then like it automatically pops up if I have a question. Anyone available to chat? I have a question. Can you help?
I think that does it on most Facebook pages because it does it on my bar page too, and I did not set that up that way either.
Okay. I guess if you're looking at that from a desktop, it does that because I don't see that when I look on my phone. But you guys have been real good about posting YouTube videos from all the bands. It's virulent excision. I can't say their fucking name. They've got Mutilated by Zombies.
Today.
What's that?
I'm even wearing their shirt today.
Oh, nice! Right on. Very cool. Very cool. We could see that.
Yeah, they're gonna be awesome. I'm really excited.
I was gonna wear my Toxic Ruin shirt since that's the one band shirt I have from all these bands that are playing, but I couldn't. I have so many shirts, and I just found this Gore Guts shirt. I was like, well, Gore Guts is extreme. They're extreme death metal, so that'll work. That'd be fucking sick if you had Gore Guts, but
that would be awesome.
I can't think of the last time that they played. I mean, they might be doing stuff, but who's this guy? This Kinera.
Oh, Kinera, they actually are not going to be able to play this year.
Okay.
They're a pretty new band. I had them on the Topeka Metal Fest that helped us last year, and I really enjoyed their set.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Bring them up.
Okay, because you made announcements for all of them. So this was really cool. So like, you made the announcement and you put their logo on there. You're like, this is the teaser. This is like
that's the t-shirt design there.
That's the t-shirt design. It's pretty sick. What is that? Some kind of.
It's this weird monster that I kind of was trying to explain to this artist, and he nailed it.
Okay. It's pretty brutal. It's definitely brutal. He's fucking some shit up.
Yeah.
I say I don't see any genitalia there. So.
Well.
It's they are fucking shit up. There you go.
Fair.
But that's brutal. I love it. And then they're replaced with the band name.
Yeah, Al from Undead Scene did all that. He did absolutely wonderful. And then we kind of paused because we weren't sure if we were doing it. And then I was like, okay, well, here's the final flyer, guys. Hopefully everybody still wants to come. And then
you got the sponsors. You got Twin Tyrant Records in Twin Cities, Minnesota. I guess that's Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yep.
And then what's this other?
Is that the Undead Scene one?
Undead Scene, yeah.
Yep, that's the guy who had all the artwork, flyers, and announcements.
Very cool. Good stuff.
Thanks.
It's cool. I like it. I'm gonna probably spend too much money buying more T-shirts.
Probably. They've got some really cool ones. I'm really excited to see some of the new merch, even from some of my local people, because nobody's seen each other in so long.
Right.
I'm gonna go broke anyway, but you know.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about, right? Just go broke, having fun, supporting these bands that are doing stuff that we enjoy. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for continuing to support the scene, doing what you can in your town, and bringing in bands to put on a great show. So the show on Friday, we talked, it's going to start at 7:30, and how late is that going to go until? Probably till 1:30. And then when does stuff start the next day on Saturday? 4:00. So doors will probably be at 3:30, and then that's the day we're doing both stages, and it's going to be utter chaos. You'll probably see me running around, testing a little bit, and running around some more. So are you going to have like one band play on one stage, and then when they finish, the other band start inside, or is there going to be time for people to go back and forth? Yeah, they'll have time to go back and forth. I'm going to have stage managers that whenever, say, the band inside's done, they'll radio over to the other one, tell them to make sure they're ready to go, and then give them a couple minutes to get over there. Cool. I'm sure it's not like a huge distance, right? No, it's not. And sorry. No. And then like how late can you do the outside stage for? Till 10:30. Till 10:30. Okay. What's the neighborhood like? Are there neighbors that'll be like, we don't want that metal playing late at night? No, we've got a park behind us, and then there's a couple businesses around us. I'm honestly like, we've had some really loud, crazy stuff there, but we haven't had any issues before. And we have to apply for a sound permit and deal with the city and all that stuff. But well, that's cool, man. It sounds like a great fun time. I'm looking forward to it. I'll talk to you some more about some stuff, but Yeah, I'm looking for. I really do plan on being there. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
Awesome. Well, I hope you make it. Well, I think I'm gonna get off here. I need to figure out some more life stuff and keep this thing going. But thank you so much for having me and for supporting my fest.
Yeah, no problem. And any of the other bands, like I said, I'm talking to Abolishment of Flesh tomorrow. Any of the other bands that want to come on and talk about what they've got going on and talk about playing your fest, please send them my way.
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Thanks, Les.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye, you too.
All right.
Shoo. All right. That was Les from Slamdakota Death Fest III in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That is happening on July 17th and 18th. Like I said, there is a 90% chance I'm going to go and show you what it's like to go to a metal festival in South Dakota. I'll be driving, so I'm sure I'm going to see some cool stuff along the way. I'm going to make some stops in Oklahoma and Kansas. I'm not sure if I'll stop in Nebraska. I've never been to Nebraska, so I'm sure I'll stop there as well. But that's how it works. For those of you who don't know your geography, you drive in Texas for a long time, you drive in Oklahoma for a little bit, you drive in Kansas for a little bit, you drive in Nebraska for a little bit, and then you get to South Dakota, and then there's Sioux Falls. So it's like about a 15-hour drive from where I live in Southeast Texas to Sioux Falls. I'm not going to do that all in one stretch, but anyway, yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to have Abolishment of Flesh. They are a Texas band that are playing Slamdakota. So it's going to be really cool to have them on, and hopefully I will have some more bands playing this as well. On Thursday, I'm going to have Joey B from he's in Waco Jesus, but he is the organizer for Full Terror Assault Open Air. They have some big announcements that he made today. So we're going to talk about that on Thursday. And you know what? I'm gonna kick from studio. There you go. She's gone. Okay. Stop screen. Okay. He made some big announcements today, and we're going to talk about those announcements. He is going to answer any questions you may have about those announcements, and he's going to make some more. So make sure to watch that. That will be at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Thursday. I'm going to talk to Abolishment of Flesh tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time. And yeah, I'm open. So any other bands that want to come on, we'll do this. Hopefully later tonight, I will have my shoot from the food segment I did at Southern Q Barbecue. I don't know if you saw yesterday, I went to the Houston Zoo. I made a little video about that. I actually bought so I'm bigger, so I wear a 2XL shirt. I bought a 2XL shirt, and I looked at it. I tried to put it on. I was like, wait a second, this is way too small. And I looked at the tag. It says 2XL ladies. I don't know a lady that wears a 2XL lady shirt. So, yeah, I don't know what size that is in men's, like maybe a large, but I have that if somebody wants it. I'm not going to try to take it back to the zoo. I'm just going to give it away. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to leave this, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and play this. See ya.